Today, we're journeying deep into the heart of the Syrian desert to uncover the incredible story of a legendary city. It's a story packed with immense wealth, a powerful rebellious queen, and yes, a modern tragedy that absolutely shook the world. This is the story of Palmyra.
So back in 2015, the world just watched in horror as these two images told a really devastating story. On the left, you've got the majestic Arch of Triumph, just as it had stood for centuries. And on the right, its ruins. This was the work of Islamic State militants who launched this systematic campaign to literally erase the ancient city of Palmyra from history.
I mean, key monuments, these irreplaceable links to our shared human past, were deliberately targeted. The great Temple of Bel, the elegant Temple of Bel, that iconic arch, all of it just dynamited into dust. Centuries of history, gone in moments.
Now, you might be thinking, okay, but why? Why did the destruction of these ancient ruins cause such a massive global outcry? Well, to really get the sheer magnitude of this loss, we have to go back in time and see what Palmyra once was. Because, believe me, it was a city unlike any other.
So, how on earth did a city in the middle of a desert become so incredibly important? Its rise from, a simple oasis to this powerhouse of global trade is nothing short of spectacular.
Palmyra's secret weapon was its location. It was this lush, green, palm-filled oasis plopped right in the middle of the unforgiving Syrian desert. And that strategic spot made it an absolutely essential stop for the huge trade caravans traveling along the Silk Road.
And this wasn't just a place to water your camels, it was a highly organized caravan city. The people of Palmyra, the Palmyrines, they became master merchants. They provided security, they provided services, and in return, they got immensely wealthy by taxing all the silks, spices, and other luxury goods passing between the Roman Empire and the great powers of the East, like Persia and India. But all that money, all that trade wealth, it did more than just build a rich city. It created something truly one of a kind, a culture that was this perfect blend of East and West. Seriously, think of it as the ancient world's version of a global hub, like a London or a Singapore today, a place where ideas were traded just as freely as silks and spices.
Palmyra was a true melting pot. Its people were a mix of Aramean, Amorite, and Arab tribes. Out in the streets, they spoke their local language, Palmyrene Aramaic, but when it came time for the big business deals, they switched to Greek. And you can see this brilliant fusion everywhere, especially in their art and architecture, where you might see Roman-style columns right next to a temple with a purely local Semitic design.
You can really see their unique style in their art. Just take a look at this funerary portrait of a noble woman named Ahmad. It's not quite Roman, is it? The style is strictly frontal, with this intense, haunting, wide-eyed gaze that is just distinctly Palmyrene. Busts just like this one were used to seal the burial chambers of the city's wealthiest citizens.
And get this, even their approach to death was grand and completely distinctive. In their necropolis, which is known as the Valley of Tombs, wealthy families built these incredible tower-shaped mausoleums. Some of them soared 4 stories high. They were these massive monuments to family lineage, built to be seen for miles across the desert.
All this growing power and wealth was setting the stage for Palmyra's most dramatic chapter. At its absolute height in the 3rd century CE, led by a truly remarkable woman, the city would become way more than just a trading hub. It would become an empire.
The story is just incredible. Okay, so first, its king, Odenathus, scores this major victory against the mighty Persian Empire. After he dies, his brilliant and super ambitious wife, Queen Zenobia, takes over. But she was not content just being a subject of Rome. Oh no, she rebelled, and in this stunning series of campaigns, she built the Palmyrene Empire, conquering Egypt and a huge chunk of Roman territory.
Under Zenobia, Palmyra was a thriving metropolis, a real capital city with an estimated population of over 200,000 people. It was the center of a new Eastern empire, and for a brief shining moment, it was powerful enough to actually challenge Rome itself.
But, it couldn't last. The Roman Emperor Aurelian eventually marched his legions east, defeated Zenobia's forces, and in 273 CE he leveled the city. And although it was later restored by the Emperor Diocletian, Palmyra would never again reach those same heights of power and influence that it had under its warrior queen.
And this brings our whole story full circle, connecting Palmyra's ancient fall right back to its modern tragedy. So here's the crucial point. What was lost in 2015 wasn't just some random collection of ruins. The sites that ISIS targeted were the most iconic, the best preserved symbols of Palmyra's unique identity. This wasn't random destruction. It was a calculated, deliberate attempt to erase the very soul of the city.
But from that dust, there is this remarkable story of rebirth. Projects like the new Palmyra are digitally preserving the city, using thousands of old photographs to create 3D models. Key artifacts, like the famous line of Al-Alat, have been painstakingly put back together. And right now, an international effort is underway, using both old-school methods and advanced tech to reconstruct major structures.
The story of Palmyra is just one of incredible resilience. It rose from the desert, it challenged an empire, it fell into ruin, and it was nearly erased all over again. Its ongoing restoration really leaves us with a powerful question. While stones can be broken and monuments can be toppled, can the legacy and the memory of a culture ever truly be destroyed?